Bitcoin, we start with daily chart. There is no much different as what we explained in my last analysis, similar because what we have here, down this is the only things we get. Okay, now what's the next? Okay, first of all, if we refer to our analysis, since the price was within the range of the 60 and 70, we come up with this two line, and I mentioned we have to break this one. That's why I mentioned I want to see the breakout of the 111. Okay, okay. As we can see, I mentioned we can expect to see the correction within this zone. And now the question is what's the next? Because we have to see the breakout of the 111 as a sharp move, not as a corrective move. The reason is if we look at the chart, if the price continues as a corrective, we will have a divergence. Then when we see this kind of the move, even the breakout of the 111 as a corrective following by divergence, then we can expect to see the next daily correction similar to what we have here. We will have a running flat before we see the continuation. Okay, this is how if the price continue as a corrective following by divergence, we would then mostly we will expect to see the next daily correction similar to at least similar to what we have here. Okay, in that case we can expect even the price retest 188k, but the only times if the price could break 111 as a sharp move following by continuation, then we don't need to care about this divergence because it will disappear. Then how we can look for trade? Because first of all, we don't want to buy at the all-time high, then it turns to a deep correction. Okay, and even if we don't buy, how about if the price continue from here as a sharp move? All right, then whether we should look for buy or not, mostly if we get any opportunity for buy based on lower time frame, for me I will take it. The only thing is we have to be aware about if the price continue as a divergence. That means if we get any opportunity for buy first, we should know where is the stop loss. The second, if there is the BTC is not moving our direction as a sharp move, we should take out the trade. Then we look for the next opportunity. All right. Simply, we don't buy at the top. Then we see the next deep correction. Because if there is a breakout of the 88, we can look for 81 as well. Because we can expect the price continue from here, even tag or break 111 following by divergence, then the next drop we can expect for the expanding flat. If we get the expanding flat, even we can see the breakout of the, we can expect the price break 81k as well. Okay, then we should be aware of the continuation from here following by divergence. But for me, if I see the continuation as a sharp move with the breakout of the 111, then any flag above that will be a good idea to look for buy. Then how we can look for trade based on daily chart, I don't see any trade setup. And if I move to 1 hour forward chart, BC is losing the momentum even if the price continues a corrective. For me, I'm not really interested, and even I don't see any trade setup. It doesn't mean the price cannot continue. The only thing is how we can look for trade. Okay, most of the chart they have a similar movement, and if we move to 1 hour chart, can we look for this one as a flag? At this point, I'm not really interested. That's why if I want to look for buy from here, I prefer to wait. And from what I can see here, I think we can expect the price retest at least 100 and 101. Okay, that's mean if anyone wants to look for buy from here, they should wait because there is no trade setup at this point. And as I mentioned, most of the chart they have a similar movement, and because we have a daily correction. But if we move to monthly chart with the breakout of 111, we're looking for 135 following by 170. All right, the best target we can look for is 170, any range between 170 and 180. Okay, but for me I'm looking for the 170 at least. And the only thing is how we can look for trade and how deep the daily correction can be. All right, because even based on weekly, if the price couldn't break, we can expect to see this deep correction similar to what we have here, even as a flat based on weekly chart. Okay, that's why we have to be quite careful. Any opportunity at the all-time high, we should know where is the stop loss and what's the setup we are looking for. Okay, anyway, as I mentioned, for me I prefer to wait, but when I say I prefer to wait, it mean I prefer to wait to get the trade set up. It does maybe within the next a few days we see the continuation as a short move without giving us a trade setup. Then if that's happened with the breakout of 111 as a sharp move, the next flag either based on 4 1 hour chart above the 111 will be a trade setup. We will take it if we get, and mostly we can expect to get, because at that times even we see the breakout as a sharp move, we have a better confirmation. But if we want to look for buy at this point, for me, again, as I mentioned, I'm not really interested. And the only ways we look for the trade as a short-term trade. And at this point, I don't see. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.